typical intro for your channel.
What's that?
What's your typical intro for your channel?
I don't think I have an intro.
I should be on the live first. Well, all right, guys.
I usually just like turn it on and start benching. That's my intro almost every night.
Oh,
Oh.
I should just hop in place. All right, guys. I'm subbing in for Chris today.
Yeah, just don't say anything. See how long it takes for someone to mention it. Just
Don't
act
say
like
anything. You need somebody to come.
don't say a word. Just act like.
This guy stinks.
Well, what you do is you pretend like you don't know what's wrong the entire time. It'd be great.
I start with the bar, bench the bar, tens.
Just work your way up to like 45 pounds.
Yeah. Struggle with the 45.
What's up, guys?
I'll just
Like visibly be just like slightly off camera, you pouring water on your forehead.
sprinkle it on. Just.
What's up? What's up? We got. Oh, it looks like Random was not first today. I am sorry to tell you, Random, you were beat to it today by two different people. Random. It's rough. All right, let's get warmed up, guys. 2:25. Is that what did it, Random? Is that what caused the late reaction? It's rough. Rough. 2:25, second set. There's definitely two. Alex got in there before you too as well, Random. Alex and Mark got in there before you. So. We just did 135, Mark. 225 is our second warm-up set every night. Every night, always a 225. First warm-up sets are usually between 145 and like 165 for 7, and then we go 225. I feel you, Lewis. I feel you. Sometimes it gets like that. 5 warm-up sets of 135? Absolutely not. We'll warm up with a 135-ish, a 225, 245, 315, and then that'll be our warm-up set. So it's 4 warm-up rounds. But just a triple, guys. Yeah, that's my normal warm-up. That's my normal warm-up. So. Yeah, my normal warm-up, those are my sets. I'm going to back the camera up just a little bit. It looks like we're going to run out of view on the bar in a second, so there we go. All right, grab this for a quick double. It's at 245, and then we'll get our next warm-up set in. We're going to warm up pretty quick tonight. I want to get everything moving real good, so get the blood flowing. Because I was feeling tired earlier. I didn't get good sleep last night. What's up, Mossberg? Very rarely do I ever go on vacation. This is warm-up weight, correct? Jimmy, what's up? Welcome back. Hope you're doing well, Jimmy. That's good. I'm glad they get bigger every time you watch. That's solid. All right. Next warm-up round. Let me grab another one of these plates, guys. Hold on 1 second. All right, 315 is the next one. Ugh. Maybe NC, maybe. We feel pretty good. I was a little tired earlier, but we feel pretty good. We've had 2 full weeks without a PR. We did an attempt last week. We didn't hit it. So we've had 2 full weeks without a PR. So we got to hit something this week. A couple of them, preferably. Hey Chase, what's up? How you been, boss? How you been? All right, 315. Let's grab it real quick. Nice and easy, nothing heavy yet. Last warm-up rep. Warm-up single. Warm-up single. Nice and easy. I'm doing good. I'm doing solid, Chase. So. I ate a heavy dinner tonight. It was really good. Some chicken Alfredo, homemade chicken Alfredo. My mom's still in town. She makes really good chicken Alfredo. So she hooked me up with some chicken Alfredo. So I got some good carbs sitting in my stomach. $5.11. Their 45s is $3.15. I generally take in a lot of carbs right before the gym. Yes. Yes, NC. Usually I take in a lot of carbs before the gym. Usually it's in the form of fruit. I usually have dinner like an hour before I come here, and then I usually have either some diced fruit or some kind of whole fruit, and then some honey sometimes. And that's usually my go-to pre-workout like carbohydrate is fruit. So. I forgot. Hold on, let me set something up real quick. What's up, Pedro? Give me 1 second. We'll grab this here in just a second. Boom. All right, our super chat goal is up, guys. You should be able to see the super chat goal tonight. I weigh 180 at the moment. I do, NC. I have the camera mirrored. Just in case for some reason I have issues with my laptop, because once in a while I do, not very often, then I have the chat here, so. Yes, I weigh 180 pounds. 180 pounds. All right. Speaking of weight, what do we got in here? I've got 315, 320, 325. 325 on the bar right now, guys. Let's grab it real quick. Easy work, easy single. Why, Jordan? Why must I weigh more? We did a weigh-in recently, Jordan. It's on my community posts. It's on my community posts. I did a weigh-in very, very recently. I was actually 179.5 at that weigh-in, but I did put on a half a pound more since then. So it just depends on it depends on the type of 180 you are. If you're 180 with a lot of body fat kind of evenly distributes itself throughout the body. And you know, you can still look small at 180 if you're not carrying a lot of muscle, but muscle tends to sit in specific areas that make you look larger. So it's just really dependent. The khakis show up every week. Every week we have khakis. Don't worry. We will have khaki night eventually this week.
T-shirt night?
Lifting khakis.
Sweaty t-shirt night?
Nope. Nope.
You just said on the sweaty t-shirts. I'm sure everybody's wearing them. I know they are.
I'll tell them who to contact.
No,
Yeah. What's up, Bryn? All right, we got 335 on here now. Let me grab some milk, and we'll grab this 335. It's not muscle milk. I actually don't drink muscle milk.
Sorry, I don't either. That shit tastes terrible.
How's it going, Jerry? You're humming. What's the hum about? Never been a big fan. I drank muscle milk for a while, but at one point, and I didn't go back and research deep into it, but at one point, if I'm not mistaken, you can't quote me on this, muscle milk had an issue with their protein content that they were labeling on the bottle was not what was actually in the pre-made shakes.
50% caffeine.
Why not? But yeah, so it was like they were saying it was 25 or 30, and it was actually like 7 grams of protein. So I don't know that to be true now. I don't know if that was an issue with the manufacturing or what it was, but they got in some trouble for it. I believe it's been fixed. So I used to drink the Pros, Alex. I did. I used to get one every morning on my way to go work. When I was working at the prison, I used to grab a Muscle Milk Pro on the way to the prison every day. So. All right, let's grab this 335, quick single, nothing super heavy yet, and then we'll figure it out from there. Easy work. We're gonna keep climbing. We're gonna keep climbing until it stops feeling good, Alex. That's how we do it. So if you guys aren't familiar with my process, I just climb 5 pounds, 10 pounds at a time until it doesn't feel good. So Wednesdays has like historically been my PR attempt day, but Tuesdays aren't a bad day usually, so it might be a go tonight. We'll find out. I'll say that one moved a little slow on this side, but it wasn't terrible. All right, let's add another 5 pounds. This will be 340, and then we'll decide what we're doing from there. All right. 340 is next. 340 is next. Let's grab some milk. Let's wait for the everything to start moving, though. Everything to start moving. Ooh. We took pre-workout earlier. Pre-workout earlier. I took it on my way here actually, so I took it right before I left the house. So my go-to supplements: 2 scoops of creatine, 5 grams a piece, just monohydrate creatine, and I take a shot of pre-workout. I didn't get good sleep last night. I did not get good sleep last night. So it wasn't bad sleep. I just didn't get a lot of it. My family's in town, so I've got family in town. So I've been doing more stuff throughout the day than I normally do, but I'm enjoying it. So we're a little bit more tired. But it's fine. It's fine. Normally, I would have worked out like a little bit. I wouldn't say less. I would do less reps normally the week that I'm either vacationing or I'm out and about more. But since we're streaming, we're not going to do that. No, I usually work out all the way through my vacations. Anytime I have family out here, I always work out straight through them. It's just a matter of trying to keep myself awake, right? I'm fine right now. Pre-workout's definitely working. So what's what you're trying to accomplish. All right, tree 40. Let's grab it. Feel good. Let's go. It feels a little slow tonight. It's not terrible. We went 350. Was it 350 last night? 345, something like that last night. Felt fine. So yeah, it wasn't bad at all. Moved a little slower, but I think that's just lack of sleep. So good Lord, Mossberg. Oh, that moved kind of slow, guys. What do we want to do here? We can go 315 for 7 or something. Not like, well, maybe one set. Not one set. I don't think we go for a PR tonight. I think we wait for our normal PR night tomorrow. I don't think it's going to be tonight. 365? It's moving slow, Alex. It's moving slow tonight. If I go for it tonight, I could ruin the actual attempt tomorrow. No, I didn't go live earlier, Bryce. Nope, I haven't been live. I went live late last night at like 10:30. Yeah, I don't think we go for the PR tonight. I think we save it for tomorrow when I've potentially got more sleep. Because if I do it tonight and we don't hit it, sure, we attempted it, right? But the problem is if we attempt it tonight and we don't hit it, tomorrow, is going to be that much worse. So, and I can't go another week. Mentally, don't want to go another week without a PR on the bench or the deadlift. So I know that. So hear me out. I know that sometimes when I do the lives, obviously I leave them up. It takes a little while for it to process, so it might have just been last night's live posting finally. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna tank it for tomorrow. I'm gonna leave it in the tank for tomorrow. But we're gonna do 315 here for however many. So what's up, Slash? All right, let me grab just one more sip of my milk, and then we'll just work on this 315. All right, go for a 3-piece, I guess. Go for a 3-piece 315. I feel the same way. Except for the car part, the working arm part. All right, let's grab it. Yep. All right, 315 guys, set of eventuallys. All right, I don't know how many we're doing. 2, 1, 3, 11. And then 2 felt fine, 2 felt fine. Woo-wee. Gotta wake myself up though, I'm definitely tired. That shouldn't move that slow.
I got you.
Hmm.
I got you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna work.
It might.
Probably not.
Put some hot sauce on it.
Although it's gonna make it work better. Ugh. Yeah, they weren't bad reps, Alex. They just they were steady reps. They were slower than I'm used to. Need to get some good sleep tonight. I need to get some good sleep tonight is what I need to do. All right. Let me grab this real quick. Another single. We're doing a Larson press. Maybe I'm just not warm enough today. Maybe I just haven't done enough. I feel like I'm going to get my second wind about the time we start doing triceps. That's usually how it goes, or shoulders. You're never going to find me doing any cardio now. If you ever see me doing cardio, something's wrong. I don't see a reason to do any cardio in my personal workout, so. That's awful to hear, Rich. I just saw that. I wish you the best. All right. Look, so here's the thing. If I'm running from something, it's got to be like a bear. It's going to be like at least bear size, right? And I'm just going to fight it because I don't want to die tired, all right? So if I'm going to die, I'm at least going to die not tired. The worst thing would be to die out of breath, right?
First thing would be to die altogether.
Well,
Supposed to last, Chris.
you get what I'm saying though, right?
I get it.
Why would I want to be uncomfortable at the same time?
Sounds like you didn't run fast enough.
Well, I see, here's the thing. I'm pretty quick, but in spurts, all right? For those of you watching the stream, I am pretty fast, all right? You'll never see it, but I am pretty fast. I do remember you, doggies. What's up, Tom? We're benching right now, Tom. Yeah, we're on our drops right now. We're doing 315 just for some singles and doubles, and we did a Larson. We did a double and a Larson press so far. So. All right, another 315, guys. Let's get it. Yep. Nice little pause rep. Woo-wee! Yeah, that's the same person that spotted me the other night that you guys really wanted to. I think someone was asking for his home address or something on the stream. Well, so we do the 315 reps at the end. It's kind of like our drop, right? We're probably going to move this to 320 next week and do our drops for 320, and that's going to help us push this that extra little bit. So once you get to a certain point with your bench, right? Especially when it comes to bench body weight ratio, there's math involved here, right? Once you get to a certain point with your bench, for a lot of people, it can come in like in like quick increases followed by like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks of very little change. So you'll see 1 or 2 like 5-pound jumps on your bench, and then you'll see 2, 3, even a month. You'll see more reps coming out of things getting easier, but it can take a little longer to get that next 5 pounds. Once you do, you'll get 1 or 2 of those PRs within 2 weeks. That's how I've noticed my bench usually climbs. So I'll go up 10 pounds 1 month, and then I usually spend 2 to 3 weeks, and then I go up another 10 pounds a month following. And it kind of increases in that pattern. And that has a lot to do with the way that I do my increases. So like once in a while, I'll increase my warm-ups. Once in a while, I'll increase my second set, my third set, my fourth set. So I usually work with different weights in different areas to try and figure out where to find something to break that next 5, 10 pounds, right? But it takes a couple of weeks usually to figure out, okay, where am I lacking here, right? So right now, I'll say that really what I feel like is switching between the 2 benches is really definitely throwing me off a little bit, but I think my biggest issue is not coming off the chest. It's definitely my lockouts right now, or like the transition from the midpoint to the lockout. So it's a little bit of tricep and a little bit of pec, like maybe upper pectoral that needs to work just a little bit harder. All right, let's grab another. We already did a Larson, we did a double, a Larson, and then we did a pause just now. We got 3 more reps to go. Your floor presses, we do add those from time to time. If we end up not getting a PR in the next 2 days, I will probably implement something like a pin or a floor. So, but won't do that until we absolutely know we have to. So, no ketchup on steak. That is not okay. That is not. There is no situations where ketchup on steak is okay. I put a lot of great spices on my food. My food is very, very much flavorful, but I do that generally through spice. Only time you'll ever see me using ketchup is a rare occasion if I'm having like a burger, or on like potatoes, like air fried potatoes. Like those are baked like diced potatoes or something like that. There's not very many incidents that I use ketchup. Very, very few and far between. Sometimes French fries, air fried French fries. So I'm doing French fries. I do like salt. I'm a big fan of salt. Generally, everything I eat comes with the very same spice. Some changes, like if I'm doing something more Italian, I use Italian spices, but usually it's like either Cajun style. But like my 4 go-tos are salt, pepper, onion, and garlic powders. Like if you've got those 4, you can make anything taste at least all right. You got some cayenne, you can round it out with some spice too, which is nice with some heat. What's that? What, cayenne? Cayenne's great. No, I missed it. I don't know what it was.
I said there's hope.
There's hope, okay. Because I eat cayenne pepper? Every morning, I actually just a spoonful of cayenne pepper. It's on top of my alarm clock.
Yes.
I don't do that. That's a terrible idea, guys.
It's
It's 1 spoon of cayenne pepper and then 1 spoon of cinnamon.
You know, you can just buy those pills in the mall and
You can buy cinnamon pills?
Yeah, yeah.
A spoonful is it? Really? It sounds awful. Why would you want a cinnamon pill?
Metabolism boosted.
Oh, it does make sense.
Yeah, you can buy cayenne, cinnamon. I just take B12.
So unpopular opinion here, guys. I'm about to upset a lot of people.
He's actually
I thought about saying it for a second. So unpopular opinion. Chick-fil-A sauce, bottom tier.
What?
Yeah.
You about to piss me off.
Bottom tier. Bottom tier.
What?
Not very good.
Fuck. Well, what's top tier?
Just not Chick-fil-A sauce. What's top tier for a sauce? For like a restaurant sauce?
Or you just mean all of their sauces in general?
I'm talking about, you know what sauce? The
The actual
traditional
Chick-fil-A
Chick-fil-A sauce just isn't that good.
Don't worry, guys. I'm about to handle this. I'm gonna hold the weight down.
See, Alex agrees with me. It's not that great.
He's only one.
He's the one person. He's the one other person
outlier.
on.
May God forgive you because I'm not.
Ugh. I'll tell you, best hot sauce comes from Taco Bell though. The fire sauce, top tier. Second best, Frank's is better. Frank's is better, to be fair. I still think they just use Frank's with some extra cayenne. Used to be a Texas Pete purchaser, but Frank's is better.
I want to see if Chavelle's has hot sauce over there across the street. Gotta be some authentic hot shit.
I've had some real hot sauces. I got one at the house, ghost pepper.
Oh, no.
I'll bring it here.
No, I'm good.
You want to try it?
No.
I feel like you can't say stuff like that and then not try it. Just one little spoonful.
You gotta bring me a bottle of milk.
I have milk. I always have milk. We got one more rep here, guys. Then we're gonna curl. I've never had canes. Rich guy, you took that very hard. The Chick-fil-A sauce issue.
I'm about to handle it. Don't worry. Next time it goes down, I'm just gonna hold it there.
I don't have a problem with mayo-based sauces like Chick-fil-A sauce is. I just don't like Chick-fil-A sauce. It's too sweet. It's too sweet. Now, Bojangles honey mustard though.
I'll give you that.
Yep.
Have you ever had mayonnaise barbecue sauce?
Nope, that doesn't sound very good either.
Yes.
That sounds awful. That's not what you do.
It used to be a route that I used to deliver in the restaurant. I used to the barbecue sauce was when they called it Alabama. Yeah, it was a mayo-based barbecue sauce.
I've never heard of it before. I'm glad I haven't seen it.
Yeah. We gotta see if this will open up, bring some in for you.
I would say Cane's is definitely not the best chicken spot, but it's not Chick-fil-A either. So
Better than Cane's.
I've never had Cane's, but I just know it's not because I know what the best chicken spot is. It's Popeyes.
The hype is more on the sauce.
100% of the time it's Popeyes. Have you had the chicken sandwich?
Yes.
Better than Chick-fil-A's chicken sandwich? Hands down, there's no, not even close. Popeyes has the best chicken sandwich.
It's from Louisiana versus Atlanta, so.
I've never heard of Chicken Express. I feel like it's probably close to Church's.
Chicken Express.
It's gotta be like Church's, right? You don't put Express behind anything and have it be that good.
This is gas station chicken.
It's like a crispy crunchy.
I'm trying to tell you, gas station chicken, man.
A crispy crunchy. Have you ever had crispy crunchy?
What the hell is a crispy?
It's gas station chicken, but it's pretty good gas station chicken. So for those of you that aren't aware, I've only been working out in healthy for like the last 5 years. So I did experience these things pre-health kick. So.
Tell me that. 3 more years of this shit before it starts to take effect. Sucks.
It has to be the spicy chicken sandwich from Popeyes. The classic's okay, but the spicy's better. I've never heard of a Chicken Express. So.
Where are they from? Sounds like they're from over here or some shit.
Yes, it's been. So I started working out 5 years ago. It's probably been 3.5 or 4 years since I've had any fast food, or what would be considered fast food. I don't know exactly how long it's been, but it's been years. I was probably 26 or 27 the last time I ate a piece of fast food of any kind. Yeah, honestly, it's probably been 4 years, because I remember 3 years ago I kicked soy, and that pretty much finished off any fast food options for me. So.
It was a few hours ago for me.
Huh?
It was a few hours ago for me.
A few hours ago for you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Reset that clock tomorrow.
Yep. Just do a nice fast while I sleep. That's how it works, right?
You said what?
I said just do a fast while I sleep.
The 8 hours to your sleep count as the fast?
Yeah.
That's the flush?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You drink a cup of water.
Put a cup of water and like 3 laxatives would be good by the morning.
There you go. 3? What the fuck?
You agree?
3? No.
Good luck.
No.
Good luck.
No, yeah, no.
You ain't gonna sleep.
Hell, I'm not gonna walk.
Hold on. 1 second, guys. All right, bench is done for the night. That was our last 315 rep. We went up to 340 tonight, 345, 340, I think, 340. So felt pretty good. Not as good. It didn't feel as good as last night strength-wise, but it felt better bench-wise, because this bench, I will say, I prefer this one over the bar position at the other gym. Just because it's a little bit, you have to start down here, so you're pushing out a little bit more, but.
I'm supposed to be one of those benches that have the adjustable shit where it can come out and lift up and then fall back in place.
It'd be really nice.
I would love to see one of those.
It would be really nice. I've used those before, and they've had them at some of the competitions to warm up.
Really?
Yeah.
It looks so nice.
It helps a lot.
I can imagine.
I'm doing well, Josh. How you doing?
What are you using this bar?
No, I'm about to do preacher curls. All right, preacher curls, guys. Preacher curls time. We haven't used the preacher curl in a while. We've been at that other gym and they don't have one like this. You know, they've only got the.
Surprise.
Yeah, me too. That was one of the ones I was actually surprised about. I was like, man, I really think I really wish they had one. All right, set of 7. We got 135 on here for the warm up. Oh, good. The machine's gonna be just fine. Nice, Goku. We're at 165 for the next one for 3. 165 for 3 on the next one. You got 10 more.
I'm with that 10 more. I'll eat enough protein to eat 10 more.
Dairy. Aren't you the milkman?
No, I'm not. We're not doing this. And you're not. We're not We're not.
It's canon now.
It's not. We're not
Canon until
doing
however many people were listening when I said that.
Don't even let me feel something.
I can explain it to
Please don't. And don't include me in it.
him. Oh, Lord. All right, another set of 7, guys. Those got heavy fast. Ooh, I forgot that was 165. Not bad. We did it anyways.
Yeah, no.
How's the Zumba classes been going?
They'll be back going to some classes. Giving the single moms a break this week. Since it's Mother's Day weekend.
That's what he does throughout the day.
That's a lie.
He coaches and attends.
That's a lie.
He just attends random Zumba classes all day.
That's a lie.
He doesn't even work out. He just sits over in the back.
And I'm not in jail yet? That's crazy.
I don't think you can be jailed for being weird.
If you're ugly enough, you can.
He has like a list in his car of all the Zumba classes in the state.
Yeah.
So.
I started out in the affluent neighborhoods first. Might find a disgruntled housewife. You might be getting rid of the boat or the car.
That's exactly it. Looking for your pension plan.
It's all working out.
Lord. All right, we got the full brick on here, 210, so we're gonna see how it moves. We got a note first. All right, let's grab it. We got, what, 2 of these last time? 3? Did we get 3 last time? Might have been 3. Better find out if we get 3 this time. Ooh, I'm too tired for 3 tonight. God dang.
Wait till they find out.
It's his fault.
Wait till they find out about my weekend hobbies.
Huh?
Wait till they find out about my weekend hobbies.
Go yoga.
Senior citizen yoga.
See, you're saying yoga. He keeps going in there pretending to be the coach, and hasn't gone over well a single time yet. Senior citizen yoga. Is there a specific senior citizen yoga? Probably. Probably is.
65 and up, man. Gotta do 65 and up.
65 and up?
Yeah.
You just like, get like that, what is it, a touch of gray and put some in your beard just to make sure?
No, not even that. Just tell them my juice and stop eating meat and they believe it.
Probably. 100% they're falling for it. 100%.
Believe it, guys. I'm 60 as well. Oh my goodness.
It's just the milk, that's what does it.
Yeah.
Whole milk, keep you young. 10 gallon a day.
My last one was great. Shit, the diapers out. Let's go home.
I put that on a t-shirt.
Wait, what?
the thing before you said you were going on.
Yeah,
no, that one, yeah. Put it on a t-shirt. No context.
No,
If I even sell one t-shirt, I'll be a happy camper on that. I'll get you one, don't worry. Alright. Shoulder press, guys. Yeah, shoulder press. Did you want to jump in for shoulder press? We're going to start at 135. Why?
Maybe 185.
you got at least 185. I'll direct you guys to a Zumba class at some point, don't worry. Is that on the paperwork when they sign up? As part of the that and the NDA. It. Yeah, so the Fairlife is lactose free. I drink 1.5 gallons a day of whole milk. So all right, let's grab this 135 for 7 guys. Lactose is the stuff that people's stomachs can have trouble digesting. So that's why that's what causes you to be intolerant to milk, lactose intolerant. It's just a matter of if your stomach has the right bacteria and enzymes to break down the lactose efficiently, you know. So. We're gonna go 225 for a single, and then we might climb it from there. I don't know yet. I think he thought like Mossberg as in like a Mossberg, and then the Bulldog, like Old Yeller in it type deal, you know what I'm saying? I think that's how he read it. I'm trying to decipher it. I think that's what he means. Obviously, that's not a good interpretation of the name. Terrible interpretation, I would say, actually. How is Mossberg doing, by the way, Mossberg? We're just doing it for a single. This is close to PR level, but it's not quite PR. So we're going to see how it goes. We might need to drop back and come back to it, but we should have 25 all day. Should not cause us a problem. Even on our bad days, we hit 225. So. All right, that moved good. Felt good. All right. Ugh. Let me see if I can get a decent angle on this, guys. Hold on. I don't like that angle. We're gonna go back to our other angle. Yeah, it's gonna have to do. This angle isn't bad. gonna have to do. All right. One, obviously, on this one. So, one. 245. This would be a PR. Because that's what we do, Lamar. We lift heavy objects. All right, let's see. So this fought us last time, guys. This fought us last time. This is the lift that pissed me off the other night. Was this shoulder press. So, but I'm not any more energized than I was that night. I don't feel terrible right now. But we've got it. I feel like we've got it tonight. 225 moved decent. I think it's just a matter of pushing really hard, right? All right, 245. This would be a PR. This would be a PR. Not quite. Still fighting this, guys. I'm gonna go for it one more time. Give me a second. PRs are just, these PRs have been fighting me the last week. God. We're gonna go for it again. It's coming off the rack. It's just not coming up off enough. That's the key here. Give me a second. We're gonna take a minute. I just need a longer breather. I'm trying to jump into it too quick. I'm trying to burn through the exercises, and I need to stop doing that. Last time I messed up this PR, that's what we did. We try to do it almost immediately, keep things rolling, and I need to get used to taking time. So. Weight is for shoulders. I'm doing just fine, Lamar, I promise. Promise. I could drop 5 pounds and we could hit 240, but 240 is not a PR. So 240 would go up pretty decent tonight, it feels like, but 240 is not a PR. You can have imbalances, sure. Yeah, this gym is generally pretty empty. No, we're gonna go for it again. I already said we're gonna go for it again, so that's a given. It's a given. Luckily with this one, even if it fights us, the worst that can happen is we just set it back down on these racks. What's up, Jeremy? We're doing PR attempts on the shoulder press again today. We tried this last week on Thursday, I think it was, or maybe Wednesday, and the same weight fought us, but. Standing, we've got this all day, and that's the part that there's no push, so I try not to add leg drive in. I could do a slight arch in the back and use my chest a little bit more, but we might as well incline bench then. You know, it's not the same movement. It doesn't feel as good. It's not hitting what I needed to hit. So appreciate it. I've been always working on the arms. What's up, Marcos? All right, let's grab this. All right, one more attempt here, guys. I'm not going to overshoot on this one tonight because I'm going to drop back if we don't get it this time. So I'm going to drop back if we don't get it this time. I plan on getting it, though. So close. Ah, so close. Ah. This one makes me more upset than almost any other lift to miss it. Almost any other lift, this one makes me more upset. I don't know why. I don't know why. I like this lift a lot, maybe that's all it is. But this number here, I mean, when we just started doing this 2 months ago, we started doing this lift on stream, and we were at what, 205, 225? And we've added almost 20 pounds to it in 2 months, which is great. But now that it's starting to slow down a little bit this month, it's upsetting me. It's upsetting me. Ah. That was probably the best attempt that we've had on that. That was probably the best attempt I've had on that movement. So, probably NC, but you know how I am about my bench. Bench is ultimately more important regardless of how angry this makes me. I might need to come in here on a Sunday and just try this when I don't have anything else going on. Just quick sets, like a quick round of shoulders. You can't leave the gym and then come in here. You could be here spotting. You could be here spotting. Appreciate it. Yeah, I feel like. Yeah, I'm forcing the form. I'm forcing myself to keep good form. On this one, I'm forcing. If I start overarching or I start driving through the legs too much, if I start overarching or driving through the legs too much, I can't count it from my perspective. So what's the point? It's not doing what I needed to do then, you know? But I'll tell you right now. Okay, so hear me out. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is definitely like a C tier cereal in my opinion. Definitely C tier. C tier cereal. I would not say it's the best. I wouldn't even put it in the top 5 cereals. As probably an unpopular opinion. Okay, Alex, no. Fruit Loops are D tier. Fruit Loops are a D tier. I don't know anybody that really likes Fruit Loops. Like Fruit Loops are like one of those cereals that if you're out of your other cereals, right? Didn't I have to take this plate off? There we go. All right. If you're out of other cereals and all that's in the cabinet is Fruit Loops, all right, right? But at no point have I ever looked at a box of Fruit Loops and been like, I'm gonna eat that. Like I want that right now. Never had that feeling. Top tier cereal, 100%. Now, obviously, guys, I don't eat cereal anymore, but my favorite cereals were French Toast Crunch was up there. Was definitely number one. That was an S tier cereal for me. S tier cereal for me. Captain Crunch is good until you have to like bandage the top of the roof of your mouth. So. Anything peanut butter flavored cereal. Oh, and Honey Smacks. Whee! We're gonna do some rows, guys. We're gonna do some rows. We're gonna leave it on the heavy rep for that one tonight because I wanna reapproach it maybe day after tomorrow. We do dumbbells tomorrow, and then we'll reapproach that lift on Wednesday or Friday, Thursday, because tomorrow's Wednesday. All right, we got to get some rows in, guys. My hair is doing all kinds of things. I got to get a haircut. What do y'all think? I get a haircut tomorrow? That should be a goal for tomorrow, right? All right, we did cables last night. We're gonna do dumbbells at the other gym because they have heavier dumbbells. Means we need to do barbell tonight, I believe, is the goal. So let's do that. Actually, we might do dumbbell tonight and barbell tomorrow, and then we'll do dumbbell again later this week. That's what we're gonna do. Because I need to get no clean shave, no clean shave. This is a local gym near me. Barbells. We go between two gyms at the moment. So we go between two gyms at the moment. Yeah, French Toast Crunch, top tier. Top tier. You know what cereal is bottom tier in my opinion, but was really popular, and I think it's just a branding thing? Wheaties. Who's ever actually ate a bowl of Wheaties or bought a box of Wheaties other than for the art on the, or the not the art, but the athlete that was on the box? So. I like Frosted Flakes. I did like Frosted Flakes, but also still not one of my go-tos, right? We're gonna start with 90s, guys. Frosted Flakes was definitely not a go-to cereal for me. I would eat it, and I would enjoy a bowl of Frosted Flakes. I'll tell you, Frosted Mini Wheats, other than the fact that, you know, they try and like suffocate you once in a while because they're just so dense. Frosted Mini Wheats, top tier, top tier. It is just a lot of sugar. Cereal in general, guys, most cereals, unless you're buying like a really good granola, no added sugar, like a granola cereal or something very, very specifically for like the whole like the nutritionally dense carbs that you can get out of granola. Specific ones, some of them are packed up with sugar. And some whole grain flakes. Other than that, very specific instances, cereal is always going to be a bottom tier breakfast from a nutrition standpoint. That was 90 pounds. That was 90 pounds. Now there's some protein dense cereals out there now. I know I saw that Ghost, the supplement brand, makes a protein cereal now. So, Premier makes a cereal now that has some protein content. So, I haven't tried it. I looked at the ingredients. The ingredients weren't amazing. I would say that the only redeeming quality is the fact it has a higher protein content. I don't know what the flavor is, and that protein I think is whey derived. I can't remember, but it had a ton of other crap ingredients. So I didn't purchase it. 90 pounds is not the max weight. We're going to grab the 95s and the 100s tonight. That's all that we have here, though. We rode to 150 last week. So, what's up, Bagman? If you're looking for, like I told you guys, my go-to breakfast every morning is Greek yogurt, just whole milk, unflavored Greek yogurt, and some kind of whole grain, either whole grain toast with butter, or a bagel with some cream cheese, whole grain bagel with some cream cheese, something along those lines. Those are going to be my go-to breakfast. Good carbohydrates, good fats, really good protein. That is my breakfast almost every morning, solid. Some mornings I switch it up and have eggs because I have chickens and I have a lot of eggs. But if I don't have eggs for breakfast, I have them for lunch, typically. So I eat a lot of eggs. I've had the Oikos. It tastes good. I keep Oikos in my house. My wife eats Oikos. Most of my clients also use Oikos because not everybody likes unflavored yogurt, and Oikos has a good product. I'll give them that. Their 000 is a good product. I do like Life cereal. Life cereal, when I was eating cereals and didn't care about my health as much, I did eat Life cereal. Cinnamon cereal is always top tier, other than Cinnamon Toast Crunch. There's just something off-putting about Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I don't know what it is. Or just Chris's favorite things? Definitely Windows. Windows over Mac every time for me. Mac is just not user. It's not. It's so. I feel like everything. It's streamlined. It's very user friendly. I've worked on both, so I've worked with Apple's products often. When I was in the automotive industry, I worked with Apple products too. I grew up. My schools had Apple products because we were military growing up, and that's what they had. All the military schools was the big old Mac desktops, all-in-ones. So all the libraries had those. So I got used to using Mac and Apple products growing up. Eventually transitioned over to Windows for everything. Windows is just so much better. It has so much more like flexibility. They're here. A lot of them just don't talk all the time. That's the thing. Is that Grandma Sue? Fresh toast and bacon. Real syrup. Okay, so guys, Grandma Sue is correct. Real syrup and syrup, right, are two different things, right? Real maple syrup is completely different than like the bottled stuff we generally buy at the store that's just high fructose corn syrup and syrup flavoring. It's a dramatic difference. Dramatic difference. How you doing, Grandma Sue? Dramatic difference. I'll tell you, I grew up on the traditional syrups that all Americans eat, right? Just about all Americans eat. And it was less of a known thing that there was so much better options wise, right? People weren't as questioning as far as like what they were eating. They kind of just assumed, that everybody was telling us the truth. Like when you used to have like the ADA stamps on the front of cereal boxes for Cheerios and stuff, right? Or the American Health Association or the Heart Association, whatever it was, right? Used to have all those stamps of like approval from all these agencies on the cereals and on the foods, and we just assumed because they said it was enriched or nutrient dense on the box that was just, it was, right? And we learned soon later on to question it, but I grew up on those syrups. They tasted great, sure, because it was full of sugar. Well, high fructose corn syrup and sugar and flavoring and artificial preservatives. But there's just something to be said for when I first tried real maple syrup. I was like, this is just a different world. It's so much better. Now the process for making real maple syrup, if you guys have never watched it, is crazy. It takes so much work to make good maple syrup. Woo-wee! Crazy amounts of effort go into maple syrup. Oh, you do pay for it. You do pay for it. Oh yeah, gotta stay getting bigger. How you doing, Eric? How you doing? Gotta stay getting bigger, right? Gotta stay getting bigger. All right, another set of 7 on the left. Whee! 90 was the first dumbbell, 95 was the second, and the 100 was the last round. 100-pound dumbbell was the last one. Have I ever seen that one thing? I don't know what the one thing is. All right. $5K jogging. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's a lot more cardio than I'm willing to do. That's good though. That's awesome. 5K. That's a solid day. That's a solid day. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Let me know how it goes for real. I'll be happy to hear about it. Maybe we'll run a light goal at some point, or we'll do a special where I run. I do some cardio one of these days. Don't hold your breath though. It will be a while. I'll have to hit my head a couple more times on the bar before we do that. Like I said, if I'm running, something's chasing me and it's large, all right? And generally I'm not gonna run. I'm just gonna accept that I'm gonna have to fight whatever it is. I'm not gonna get mauled by a bear if it's chasing me and also be out of breath, like I said earlier. If I'm gonna get mauled by a bear, I'm at least gonna do it while I'm not tired, you know? Why be out of breath and get mauled by a bear? So, it says 300 or 139 kilo, but you guys know how machines work with the pulleys and all that, so. It's fair, it's a legitimate thing. I don't want to be out of breath and getting mauled, all right? It's one of the reasons I lift as much as I do, right? I don't want to run from anything, all right? If I can't fight it, I've messed up somewhere. I shouldn't be in that situation. If I'm ever in a situation where I'm running from a bear, a grizzly, or a polar bear, why am I there? That being said, I am in the woods at least a couple times a year. So it's a possibility, but here, not South Carolina, not a grizzly issue. Black bear, but I'm not worried about a black bear. I'll challenge the bear to a bench comp. I always carry a bench press with me when I go in the woods typically. See, Alex, so what a lot of people think is that they say that polar bears, you won't see it till it's on top of you because everything's ice and there's a lot of snow and the polar bear blends in with the environment. But what they're not thinking about is I'm also neon white. So I blend in with the environment as well. if I can get the jump on that polar bear, get my hands around its neck, it's game over. All right? It's game over. It won't see me coming. I just can't get a tan, all right? I'm not able to get a tan. I'm very, very bad at tanning. So I've already said I'm part of the gorilla team, all right? I will definitely fight a gorilla. They're going to need a couple extra gorillas. I don't plan on being anywhere near polar bear territory anytime soon. But my life has done weird things sometimes. My life has definitely gone weird routes once in a while. I've got the gorilla every day of the week. I'll take the gorilla every day of the week. They weigh like, what did it say? Gorillas weigh like what was it? 330 or something, or 300 pounds? Like the average gorilla is like 300 pounds. I got a gorilla every day of the week. My bench is 365 vlog. My bench is 365 vlog. We got one more set here. We'll do one more set here. Why are you getting bit? Don't get bit. All right. Go for the eyes. With the gorilla, you got to go for the eyes. Go for the eyes. All right. Everybody's forgetting. Eyeballs are the same generally for most creatures in the world. Very soft. All right. All right. If you can get the eyes, you're golden. Maybe you vlog. I'll be fine. Vlog. You should. If you're worried about it, you should train some more before the gorilla showdown. I'm gonna be okay though. I'm gonna be okay though. Yeah, get the eyes. Get your arms around his neck and just get in the eyes. Once you have it, once the gorilla's blind, it's game over for the gorilla. All right. Yeah, tricep extensions. No, I've never herniated a disc. The gorilla's not knowing. Look, I'm gonna get the jump on the gorilla. I'm coming down from a tree. All right, coming down from a tree. Oh, well, I'm not Shaq. I'm not worried about that. Comparing me to the wrong person. All right, I'm just the. I don't think Shaq has any want to fight a gorilla either. Has he said he wants to? If it's already blind, that's the sign language isn't helping it. The sign language isn't helping it. Look, I've got the gorilla. I made a gorilla video where I explained why I know I showed why I've got the gorilla. All right. On average, they're 300 pounds. All right. All right. That's warm up weight. All right. That's warm up weight. Get its eyeballs and just wail on it, all right? Don't tell him, Mossberg. Rear delts, by the way. I know everybody's about to ask what I'm doing. Like I said, there's a lot of tricks you can do to fight the gorilla, right? So that was 55 pounds. That was light. We're gonna go up 70s in the next one. I don't need to be anywhere near that gorilla then, Mark. Rear delt fly right now. We're at the other gym, so no music, thank goodness. I'm built different, I don't know what to tell you. The gorilla isn't even gonna have a chance, all right? I'm gonna have the gorilla on the ground before it even knows it's happening. Mind you guys, so gorilla fight aside, right? When I was talking to a client and a friend of mine about this, right? I've talked to a lot of people about this when this first started becoming so big. Gorilla aside, there has been cases of people fighting grizzlies and black bears and either winning the fight or at least getting away with their lives and wounding the bear, right? Single individuals. One of them was like 70 years old, and a black bear broke into his house and he fought it off with his bare hands. And I will tell you right now, a grizzly gets a gorilla every day of the week, every single day. Every day of the week. And he did it with his bare hands. One guy killed a grizzly with a pocket knife and he was like 60. All right? It is doable. So, you guys are underestimating how much damage a human can do. Well, I think the grizzly was just in the woods. I think he came across a grizzly with her cubs, Petra. Now, 100 humans, the original thing was 100 humans versus one gorilla. That gorilla's getting destroyed every time. It's not even a question. I think you could take 25 average males and take a gorilla down. 25 average males, as long as they're not fearful. Fearful will get it. I'll be first. I'm going to be first. Yeah, people need to realize we are really good at defeating other species in combat. All right, we evolved to be the dominant species for a reason. All right, we are the dominant species of the planet. There's nothing on the planet that comes close as far as our ability to adapt and eat other things. Think about it. Almost every animal develops some kind of protection for itself, right? Turtles have shells. Well, we didn't always though, right? We didn't always have tools and weapons to fight with. So things about humans, right? We are endurance creatures, right? We have high thresholds for endurance. And adrenaline is a thing as well, right? Hold on. So, gorillas are not endurance creatures. That may come as a surprise, but I actually looked into it. I wanted to see the science behind it. Gorillas are going to be winded within 2 to 3 minutes of the fight starting, right? They're going to be winded. It's a given. They are not endurance-based creatures. They are very good at killing their prey quickly. They do not do endurance tasks. So it's going to be winded super early, and then all you're going to do is blind it, and it's game over for the gorilla. So yeah, we're going to lose a couple. You have a high chance of losing this fight, right? But 100 people, 10 people could get a gorilla. 10 people could get a gorilla, in my opinion. 10 would be the minimum. So, but think about all the things that humans have decided to eat that developed special protections not to be eaten. We eat pufferfish, we eat snakes, we eat peppers that developed a capsaicin that we're supposed to not like, and we're just like, this makes it so much better that it hurts when I eat it. We eat shark. There's people that eat bear. We eat everything. We eat everything. A 100 people are taking a gorilla easily. So, all right, let's grab this. 100 pounds. Oh yeah, out of the 100, 2 or 3 are definitely gone. Maybe 10. Up to 10 could be gone out of 100. If you have 100, if you have 10, you'll probably lose 1 or 2. More organized, right? Not me, Mossberg. Nice, solid squat. You just benched a gorilla? I can bench it. We tested it. I can bench the average gorilla for 7+ reps. All right, we've tested it. It would probably take off. The gorilla would take off. It's not gonna. Gorillas aren't fearless creatures, right? They're probably not scared of much, but 100 humans would definitely probably give it a little bit of a fright. So. Yeah, y'all are assuming that the gorilla is just not afraid. Whee! Honestly, it's actually, Grandma Stu, actually the gorilla thing has gotten very popular recently. It's gotten like super popular. We're doing, I don't know what I'm doing. We're doing calisthenics next. What am I doing? Whew. Calisthenics, guys. Rear delt fly. I drink a lot of milk, yes. A lot of milk. Oh, I didn't forget the milk, don't worry. We're gonna do some dips, guys. We're gonna do some dips. I've never tried raw milk. I don't plan on it anytime soon, at least. I've got about 1 liter of milk in my stomach currently. Oh, hyenas are getting trashed. 100 humans versus 5 hyenas. Hyenas aren't like super great hunters. They're scavenger animals. They're opportunistic. Hyenas usually attack weaker animals that are like dying already. Have a good one. Yeah, me too, Mark. Me too. All right. Sets of 7. Sets of 7 here. A little bit of all of it. I do enjoy the taste of milk, but it's great protein content, good fats, and it has some really solid carbohydrate content for the workout. It's an intra-workout beverage for me. I do like the taste, and it is hydrating, so it hits, in my opinion, milk is one of the least utilized superfoods. They call everything else a superfood. Kale's a superfood. Peanut butter or whatever. I don't think they call peanut butter a superfood anymore either. I've heard it in the past, but I don't think it's like a commonly accepted superfood. But all these other superfoods, right? And no one talks about milk. Milk has all of the things you need, just about. You could almost survive on milk. So you could almost survive on milk, almost. There's a couple of things you probably need to supplement, but really, I would say me personally, I could live on milk for a while. There's probably a few vitamins I wouldn't get, but a multivitamin and milk, you'd be golden, I'm sure. Milk's a pretty good all around. So, I'm not a fan of avocados. Like I said, we're gonna need some supplements. Yeah, the iron content, I mean, I guess it depends on the cow probably. I think it has like 0. It's not a significant source of it at least. So it's very little. Very, 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 very little. Cows just about have all the nutrients you need. Very close. Very close. You guys realize that the very diets we have nowadays are very much a luxury. They're not something that is a requirement most of the time. The diets we have are varied nowadays so much. Like we have access to all these different foods from all over the world at a given moment. It wasn't always like that. Most of our history as humans, we had very specific diets based on the area we lived in. So some areas had more seafood because they were closer to very plentiful seafood supplies. Some places had more green and more vegetable, but they still had meats, usually like forest-dwelling creatures like deer, maybe snakes and things along those lines. Some areas had more proteins available to them, some had less proteins available to them. It was definitely, but now we have access to all these foods, right? But as much as we have availability of, we've kind of left out the idea of like, there is some really simple diets that are very effective and very nutritious that humans have survived and thrived on for hundreds and thousands of years, right? So, I don't take vitamins now. I get everything from my food. All of my vitamins and minerals come from my food. It's all right. The bulk's a great thing. I'm bulking at the moment. We go deer hunting once a year in my family. Or with me and my wife go deer hunting once a year typically. Usually around Thanksgiving. So usually around Thanksgiving we go deer hunting. We usually get 1 deer a year, and we usually process it. Sometimes we process it in the yard. Sometimes we take it to a processor. My wife's been a deer hunter her whole life. I got into it after meeting my wife. I didn't have access to deer hunting on a regular basis before that. So I do have kids. Yes, I have 3 children. My bull works great, yes. So other than the missing my thyroid, I don't have a thyroid. My health is in good order. So So here's the thing I'm going to say, right? So about the whole peers being addicted to processed foods, most of the people even I work with, and I'm in the fitness industry, also consume a lot of processed foods. It's so people. The one thing I gotta say that I think has been the craziest experience, and it still is every single time, is when you tell someone else your diet, or they ask you what you eat, and you tell them the healthy diet that you're on, that you're kicking a certain item. Like when I first stopped drinking, when I first got rid of fast food and soy and added sugars, these things that we know we don't want in our diet, right? And just aren't good for us in general. They always act like you're doing something wrong. And they always want to convince you that you don't have to do that. They always want to tell you, like, why are you doing that? That doesn't sound like it's a fun time. You need to live. And it's almost like they're locked in to this mentality of like everybody's got to do it like me, and no one should be able to do better, with their food. And it takes so much effort to get people to stop doing that. I can't tell you how many times I had people that are actually really good friends. I have no problem with these people at all. They're good friends. Would be like, you're not drinking anymore? We're going to go out drinking. I was like, well, I'll go, but I'm not going to have anything to drink, but I'll hang out or whatever. And they're like, well, that's not going to be a fun time. Why would you not drink? Or are you just not drinking anymore? Da 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 da, right? It was like the most surreal experience, people trying to push you back into old habits. So it's a surreal experience. And they're friends. They're not doing it, maliciously. They don't even realize what they're doing. But they're so locked in on this rhetoric surrounding these foods, and that you need to live to party type deal. I don't think I need to live to party. I don't need alcohol to have fun. I don't need a lot of cakes and snacks to enjoy my food. It's a mentality that's broken a little bit, in my opinion. It's almost an expectation of us to live that way. You're not living right if you're not partying. So even to this day, I have people ask me all the time. They're like, are you ever going to drink again? Or will you have one more drink or whatever? You want to go out one more time? And it's just like, will you never drink again? Never, ever? Not even at an event? And I'm like, no, I just don't. So, all right, we're going to do a quick physique check. We've been doing these from time to time during the bulk. We stopped for a while, mostly because we've been at a gym. We've had people in the gym this time of night. We're going to do a quick physique check, see how the bulk's going. Oh, the abs are still there, guys, but they're not quite as prominent as they were pre-bulk. So, do I go to the club? I do not go to the club. So, we gotta do push-ups. Push-ups, then physique. I'm sorry, I lied to you guys. We almost forgot our push-ups. Don't let me forget push-ups, guys. Oh, we gotta do the push-ups first. I lied to you guys. We will do the physique check after the push-ups. I don't want to have to go back to doing the push-ups after the physique check, all right? We're just going to do 3 sets. 3 quick sets of push-ups, then we do our physique check, right? Sorry about that. We'll just do 3 different types for sets of 7. I think the most we did in a row, wasn't it close to 70 or something? And it was within a minute and a half. I've done 60 and 60 seconds before. I know that. I don't know what my top in a row is if I take my time, but all right. There we go. All right, push-ups. $20 and $16 probably, yeah. It's late. It's after midnight here. It's 12:30. All right, guys. We're gonna do a set of 7. We'll do just we'll do clap push-ups for the first set, make them hard enough, and then we'll see what we do from there. First set down, first set of 7. Yeah, you got to kick it, right, Mossberg? It takes some effort, but it can be done, right? All right. What do we want to do next? Let's do we'll do Sphinx push-ups real quick. Woo-wee. I drink pre-workout, but no energy drinks. All right. What do y'all think for the last set? What kind of push-ups? Single arm? Let's do single arm. Why not single arm? That's how we usually finish it out, right? All right, single arm. Diamond instead of single arm? We're gonna do single arm. I feel like the diamonds are a little too easy. We're gonna do single arm. Yeah, one arm. Ah. Single arm using the body bar? I don't know about that one. All right. Some diamonds, guys. Yeah, we've gotten past push-ups, haven't we? All right. Don't know which viral pulls you're talking about, Blood. All right, we're just gonna do 7 diamonds with a clap to finish off, because someone asked for 2 people asked for diamonds. 7 diamonds with a clap. Make it a little harder. Wait, hold on. The clap's a little tricky because you got to do it quickly. You don't have a lot of oomph off the ground there. So, all right. Now we get set up for the physique check, right? Now set up for the physique check. All right, guys, I'm gonna get set up for this physique check. I'll be right back. Probably like right here. Be right back. Let me get this done. All right, bulking physique check. That's what's up next. That's what's up next. We are putting on weight at an exponential rate. Sorry, I'm trying to get my necklace over the hood of this thing. Usually I'm a lot faster with this, but the necklace is getting in the way on the shirt. Woo-wee. All right. Let's take a look. So all in all, still looking, got a good pump, still have visible abs, shoulders are looking solid, chest, triceps, all that stuff. So solid bulk so far. Solid bulk so far. 100%. The pump cover works, right? The pump cover works. This is just an Android front camera. Just an Android front camera. No special lighting, no filters, obviously. So, but it's what hides underneath the pump cover. 5'11". I'm 5'11". So, it's what hides underneath the pump cover, guys. Hold on. Let's see if you guys can get a decent shot of how the back's looking. I can't see it, so I don't know if you guys can see it well there. Yeah, I'm 5'11", 5'11". So, 5'11". So, but yeah, that's the pump right now, guys, or the pump, the bulk at the moment. We still have visible abs throughout the bulk, which is good. We do a lean bulk. You guys know I do a super healthy bulk. So, I'm a power lifter. I'm a power lifter. So, I'm a power lifter. All right. Putting the shirt back on, and then we will wrap everything up. But yeah, everything's looking solid. So, everything's looking solid. Shoulders are sitting good right now. So, everything's looking solid. I'll be right back. Pump cover works really well, right, guys? Pump cover works really well. I swear, you guys, it's always surprising, right? It's always surprising. Ugh. It blows people's minds sometimes, the difference a t-shirt will make. So, I look the part. I don't know. I look the part, guys. I do. Not trying to like talk myself up, but I definitely, my diet works is what I'm trying to say. Oh, I appreciate the support, Saray. I appreciate the support. That's awesome. Close up of the drawing on the whiteboard. I just saw that, Mossberg. We will do that in a second. Hold on, I'm reading all the chat. Oh, we got some spam coming. Please don't spam the chat. I'm coming down there to fix that. Hold on. Oh, look, appreciate it, Mossberg. I was trying to get down to the bottom of the chat to fix it. Well, then guess. Go ahead and guess how long I've been working out. It's probably going to be shorter than you would imagine, I imagine. Maybe not. Five years. I've been working out for 5 years. Here, I'm going to drop the Discord link in the chat for those of you that want it. Have a good one, Grandma Sue. Appreciate you stopping in again. We might work out at the other gym tomorrow. It's really going to be up in the air for now, just depending on what. This week is going to be a little weird on times, guys. So the reason why the times are so all over the place. The reason why the times are all over the place like they have been is mostly because my mother's in town. She came in for Mother's Day and she's here until the end of the week. So we're going to be streaming all week, but it'll be just whatever time we get done with our activities. So, family time and whatnot. So 2 years. That'll be my guess, Sadima. What is that? Location loading? Is that what that means? That's okay. You can know my location. I'm not concerned about you knowing my location. I'm gonna be okay. 20 years? Oh, 2 months. I was going up. 2 months, all right. 2 months is solid though. You've gotten through, usually the first couple of weeks is the part that everybody suffers from. The first couple of weeks is the hardest part for most. So if you got past the first month, you're gonna stick it out, it feels like, That's good. As long as you guys, usually the first 2 weeks are the toughest for everybody. I would say 50% of people that walk into the gym for the first time, or even the second or third time, quit within the first 2 weeks. If you make it past the first 2 weeks, it's all about just being maintaining the consistency from there. So Mosberg, you wanted to see a close up. So it used to just be a cross up here, but it has evolved, Mossberg. So hold on, I'll do it so it's not flipped. There you go, Mossberg. Oh, no, that's me again. There you go, Mossberg. Nice, solid work. I'm a power lifter. I'm a professional power lifter. I lift for a living. Yeah, I've won a good few. I've got a lot of medals at the house. Why am I not in the office? So I announced this the other day, but I don't manage this building anymore. I resigned from managing barbells. So I'm solo. Well, I lift for this gym. This gym sponsors me. So, but I did resign from the management position at this gym. I needed more time, vegan. So I'm a full-time fitness coach. So, well, I've always made most of my money, Alex, from fitness coaching. So, yes, a lot of first place finishes. So the management work was more of like, honestly, it was just to help the gym grow. But I don't have enough time to do that, do my fitness coaching efficiently and stream. So I had to cut something down, and the management was the obvious choice. Chest is definitely the strongest muscle group for me. Or it's my favorite, I would say. Triceps are probably my strongest. It's hard to tell, honestly. So. Nice. Solid. I don't mind not sitting in the office. I can sit on my bench. The other gym will be there off and on, but I don't plan on sitting in their office. You talking about, are we deadlifting? We deadlifted last night. Petra, we deadlifted last night. But it is time, guys. It is time for me. It's time for me to go get some rest. So weight, pounds, yes. The most pounds I'm moving, well, I mean, it would be the rack pull, right? But definitely the deadlift is my strongest movement pounds wise. But as far as like movements, bench is generally always going to be less than your deadlift, but is usually going to be a stronger. There's no like good way to measure that, right? So people are more impressed with a 315 bench, or if I told someone I have a 365 bench or a 490 deadlift, they're going to hyper focus on the bench first. They're going to be like, oh, your bench is really heavy. They're going to ignore the deadlift altogether mostly. So the bench is always what people focus in on when they hear a heavy bench. So if you guys want to know a lift that's going to make people go, wow, it's usually going to be like your bench, your curl, or this is one of your big showy lifts. Are you guys ready? Shoulder press. People love watching heavy shoulder press. It's just impressive. So heavy shoulder press is just an impressive lift. But all right, it's time for me to go. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will get the names on the bottle, but I don't have a marker with me tonight. I did not bring a marker. I've neglected to bring a marker. And we did have a super chat, so I will acknowledge our super chat obviously tonight, and I will make sure your name goes on the bottle, obviously, Saray. I'm going to take a picture of my bottles again. We do it periodically, but I'm going to take another picture of my bottles. I'll make sure this one's in the picture. I'll throw it in the Discord potentially. So, all right. I will see you guys tomorrow around this time. All right. Appreciate y'all.